The only thing worse than being blind is having sight but no vision. 15 years. Holed up in solitude, mute as silence and blind as a bat. Is he bitter because of his misfortune? No, for he has known nothing better. Until one day, I granted him freedom. Though it was a selfishly impulsive act, it was one with the best intentions. I knew of him from when he was young. I kept my eye on his progression through life and watched as he introverted into the shadows. I knew he deserved better. He possessed too many possibilities for it all to be wasted. So I decided, and I freed him from his mundane shackles. Well, you finally decided to show yourself, my muse. I was starting to think you wouldn't show. I was beginning to grow worried. I'm glad you noticed my signs.
What? My throat. Why can't I see you? Why aren't you... What's going on?
I know you have many questions, and I will try to answer them the best I can. But first, I'll start with what's important. I've known you since you were created. You've lived a life that wasn't worth living, Belinda. The cold darkness you're used to isn't real. Here, the light, nature, and happiness is real. You were blinded from the truth and muted from expressing yourself. The suffocating silence was slowly killing you. And what's worse is that you didn't know, because you were so used to it. You've been numb from the truth, my creation. I couldn't stand you suffering any longer, so I removed you from the pain. Welcome to the truth.
Darkness? Blind and mute? The truth? What truth? What are you talking about? Where is here? How can I go back? Where are they? The others. Who are you?
I am Hikari Belinda. In this reality, I could be some stature of hope, but I prefer the title of just being enlightened. The others are all right. However, they aren't as better off as you are now. They're in just as much pain as you were back in exile, and just as you did, they refused to know the truth. Back in the shadows, you were blind and mute. It's sad to realize that you didn't even notice how much of a disadvantage you had, because you were so enthralled in the darkness treasures. The others were given the gift of expression, while you were exiled to a life of deadly silence. If I hadn't pulled you out of the shadows, you would have possibly lived the rest of your life, never knowing more than darkness. You, my child, were destined for better. That is the truth.
I still don't understand what you mean. What is this truth? How could I have been blind and mute without knowing it? How can a truth be true if no one believes it? How do I know I should trust you? What are you? How are you different from me? What is this place? Why me?
There's so much you wish to know, Belinda. I can see that. However, I can only show you so much. I don't want to scare you. I just want to show you another side that you're missing out on. If you would just let me, I'll show you everything you wish to know. Well, for the most part. So please, let me show you the world. Unfortunately, our journey must end here, Belinda. There's only so much I should show you before you get too overwhelmed.
What? Stop here? But there's so much more I want to know. Why is the sky blue? Why do birds make such strange noises when they fly? Why does water ripple like that? I have so many questions, Hikari.
I wish I could satisfy all your inquiries, but now is time for you to go back to the others.
Go back? No. No, I don't want to go back. Not yet. There's so much I need to know.
And maybe one day you will, but you need to go back to tell the others. The shadows have corrupted their vision, almost as much as it had corrupted yours. However, it seems as though you wish to stay, so I'll give you an option. You can stay, here in the truth, but you must live a life without communication. Or you can go back to the shadows and live a blind life with your friends. You will be granted the gift of expression, you just won't be able to see.
I want to go back to the others. There's no point of living if you have to live alone. At least even in the darkness, I had them there with me, but here in this world, I would have no one, so I wish to go back.
I know, Belinda, and you can go and share the truth.
One.
Hey, you're awake. You were dead asleep. We tried waking you up, but you wouldn't budge.
Yeah, we're glad you're awake now.
I was asleep? I couldn't have been asleep. I was with Hikari and the truth.
You can speak? What? Wait, who's Hikari? Like, what is the troops? I'm so confused.
Guys, there's so much more out there. Hikari told me about the birds and the water and things like death and happiness and color. You gotta see it for yourself. It's just amazing.
What are you talking about? Color, happiness. Did you hit your head on something while you were resting?
You're freaking us out, dude.
Dark, what are you talking about?
I'm talking about this world. There's so much more out there. So much you can't even imagine. We gotta go. We gotta get out of here.